Dogecoin holders, I've got a video for you guys. We are seeing a big bounce. Why is that happening? We're going to be talking about that. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that bell. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys. So first things first, let's just start off with the heat, okay? Follow me at 333 Blacksea. Breaking, guys. 21 shares is filed for a Doge spot ETF. These ETFs are coming. They are coming. We're seeing it happen with XRP. They're getting an ETF. We already saw Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to see a Solana. I think that the next one probably is like a Solana, XRP, and then probably we'll start to get a little bit crazier like with Doge. I know Cronos, Crocoin's going to come out with an ETF. They'll probably get basket ETFs, but guys, this is a good signal. A Dogecoin ETF. I think that it's bullish for Doge in the short term. Because, guys, I know I have to always say this when I'm talking about Doge is that they have a very high inflation rate, but I think there's a lot of money that can be made trading Dogecoin. But over the long term, there's just pure dilution. It was created as a meme coin. The inflation rate is absolutely astronomical. There's constantly new coins every single day, millions of coins every single day being created. So it causes sell pressure and it dilutes your holdings. So the longer you hold it, the more your value of your position will go down. But in the short term, there's a lot of volatility. You can profit off of that. So looking at Doge, we are at a very, very precarious position here. The entire traditional market saw a massive gain today, a 10% move to the upside on the S&P 500 because what do you think happened? The tariffs for every single country in the world, excluding China, paused for 90 days. Set all the money on the sidelines that were spooked back into the market, saw a 10% gain. Do I think we're going to continue to all-time highs from here? I don't think just yet we need to see continuation for me to say, okay, this isn't just a lower high, but we'll get to that. But looking specifically at Dogecoin, if you look at the daily time frame, we started to get quite a nice reversal. If you look at this, measure from the bottom of this wick, if I can get there, there we go. We saw a 17% gain in the past day. Pretty crazy. Now, like I said, are we out of the wood? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we? Are we out of the wood? Not yet. We're not. The line in the sand is we got to start making higher lows and higher highs, okay? All this is right now, if we don't close above 16 cents, is a lower high. What I really don't want to see us test 16 cents, 16 and a half cents and break down. Then really it comes down to testing the bullish trend line here at about 12 cents. And if that doesn't hold, well, guys, then we're in a bear market. We kind of already are in a bear market, but the bullish trend line on Dogecoin is still holding. It still is holding up. We need to be paying attention to the traditional market right now. And I know it's like, Blacksea, this is a Dogecoin video. Why are you talking about the traditional market, guys? This is just the way it has to be right now, okay? The traditional market is whipsawy, kangaroo market. One day there's tariffs and the whole stock market is having a huge collapse. S&P 500 down 25, 30%. Then the next day, you get a 15% gain on the S&P 500 because the tariffs are paused. Then the next day, maybe the tariffs will be negotiated. Everything's done. Now we're going to soar to new all-time highs. Or, hey, actually, we need more negotiating. All of a sudden, the tariffs are going to increase by 50% on everyone, and then the market nukes again. It is a very, very tough time to be trading right now, guys. But there is volatility. And if you do want to take advantage of this volatility, check out in the description box below or pin comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign-up bonus to Blowfin. All you do is click that link, deposit, trail a bit. You get a bunch of free money. And there's a lot of awesome rewards you can get. And guys, the most profitable thing for me that's been going on is I've been shorting for the past couple weeks. But guys, you need to be careful. This is not the time where you can open trades and step away. You need to be monitoring these trades because Look what happened today. We saw a massive move to the upside, snap of a finger, short squeeze, and probably tomorrow shorts are going to have to get covered, and it's probably going to go higher as long as the traditional market catches a bid. And it probably will liquidate all those shorts. So you need to be very, very precise in and out, high leverage scalping if you're going to be doing that. So we're looking at Doge sitting in rank 8, down 5.72% in the past 7 days, up about 12% in the past 24 hours, sitting at a $23.35 billion market cap. Pretty crazy that we've come down so far. I mean, this cycle, the cycle high, I believe was a $66 billion market cap. To be exact, let's measure this. How far have we drawn down from here? The worst low so far has basically been a 73% drawdown. So it has been quite significant. But guys, I do think that like we got a Doge spot ETF coming up. If the traditional market isn't in a recessionary period, it's going to cause buy volume. So be aware of that. You look at the entire market right now, Bitcoin's up 8.74% in the day. Ethereum, 15.23% gain, but still, ETH BTC is still just dying. I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. Ethereum is struggling. It's struggling. Even when you see these big moves, it's still struggling, especially versus all of its pairings. Bitcoin really has been the star of the show this cycle. Bitcoin dominance has been really just rallying for the past 3 years. And we had like a very, very minimal drawdown on Bitcoin dominance for during November 20th. We started to top out. I called it on Twitter. I said, hey guys, this is the top. But it was very, very short. It was very, very short. I think we only came down to like 52%, something like that, like a 10% drawdown. But usually you expect like a 48, 45, 44% drawdown for a true altcoin season. Guys, we didn't have that. We didn't have that yet because, well, the monetary policy for the Federal Reserve has been very tight. We've been quantitative tightening. There's been higher rates. It's been very, very tough. But I think that maybe we are getting towards somewhere better. I think that we are moving closer and closer to quantitative easing. So looking at Bitcoin, no, we are not out of the woods yet. We're all relying on the traditional market right now, which is crazy. But we're getting a little bit of a bounce, but this is not... It's not anything to write home about. I'm not trying to be a bear. Like, I'm really not trying to be a bear. You know, I made a tweet that's going live, okay? And I said, the smartest bears are poorer than the dumbest bulls. And it's the truth. It is the truth. Do you want to be smart? Then be a bear. Do you want to make a lot of money? Then be a bull. It's as simple as that. With money printing, everything is going up more than it's going down. It's as simple as that. But right now, this is a lower high. Need to come back up to 88K, guys. Really need to come up there in the next coming days. Let's look at the weekly time frame here. We have 3 days and 21 hours left till weekly candle closure. Yeah, I don't think we reverse here unless we see just a huge green candle that comes and tests 88K because let's say tomorrow the S&P 500 starts to just rally crazy. It's possible. It's possible, but usually that doesn't happen in a snap of a finger. So I'm wary. I'm cautiously optimistic, but as of right now, guys, we wicked all the way down to 74K. There's a good chance that that's the bottom. There's a good chance that it's a bottom. I'm not going to call it a bottom just yet, but there's a good chance that the bottom is in. I was looking for the test for 73K. And I was saying, you know, guys, like there's two different scenarios. Either the traditional market catches a bid and we bottom out on Bitcoin, or it doesn't and we start to see closures below 5,000 on the S&P 500 and we go into a recessionary period and we break below 73K. And if we start closing below 73K, then we're in a recessionary period. Then this is not just a local high, and then really this is the macro cycle high of this cycle so far. So we're not out of the woods yet. But I love seeing a bid, and we're going to have to be paying attention to where this is headed because, guys, if we catch this bid on the traditional market and Bitcoin starts to rally and tests and breaks back above 88K, ooh, baby. Probably time to be looking at some long positions, and you're probably going to see Dogecoin make a absolutely massive rally above 25 cents if we see something like that, a nice V-shaped recovery. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm giving you different scenarios of what could happen here. And what I'm leaning towards is really this next week is when we're going to know where crypto's headed. It's going to be based on where the traditional market goes. If we're bottomed out in the S&P 500, then we're probably getting pretty close here. The bomb's probably in for Bitcoin. And then will we get the Fed to move towards quantitative easing and really set us off to the races? That's up to Jerome Powell, guys. So let me know what you think about that. Are you bullish on Dogecoin? Do you think that we're bottoming out here, or do you think that we still got a lot more pain? I'm very curious. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, follow me, 333 Black Sea on Twitter. That's all I got, guys. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.